Hey guys, it's me, Ria. Just hopping on. Just came back from a little run. I'll just wait and see if anyone wants to come on first. Just give it a second. Oh, doggone. Give it a minute. Just ring the bells. Welcome, you Master Light Blasters. I'm just hopping on to deliver a message. I did this morning and I said that I would come on and deliver some messages. Hey, Allie, long time no see. Good to see you. How's it going? So I'm just hopping on to do some readings. I'll see if anyone wants to come on. This morning I delivered a message about how no one is responsible for our state of being but ourself. Every moment is an opportunity to open up and to allow more and more of ourself, and to allow that which is in our awareness in this moment of now to be an opportunity and a gift to align to greater parts of ourself that have been denied. They may be showing up as resistance from another, a challenge, a struggle. All of those are energies showing us something about ourselves that we may be denying, that we are in the process of transmuting into light. A Master Light Blaster's light is activated through the darkness as they allow that to show them something about themselves, a fear, a doubt, a sense of unworthiness and insecurity. All of those are illusions created by the human to give the physical the opportunity of self-realization in motion, the opportunity to experience their God self through the physical experience, through the illusions, through the density. And that is where the continuation of our expansion lies, through blasting through the density with our light, through allowing, not through fighting, but through allowing ourselves to gain insight about ourselves. You're doing good. Awesome. All right. So this morning I was on a run and I found this beautiful heart, and I did a pre-recorded message that I did for the group that I'm creating, and it's the Master Light Blaster group. Go figure. And I found this perfect stone that represented a Master Light Blaster's journey. So this perfect heart rock on the beach, and it's all gold. And I thought it was so beautiful the way that it portrayed or demonstrated what I was speaking about in my little live, which I'll share later. It's not a live, it's a pre-recording of what a Master Light journey is about. They allow the struggles, they allow the brick walls, they allow the resistance, they allow the projection that we are creating in our hologram called life to expose the light, to activate the light within us. And all of this is gold. And it's reflective of us opening up our treasure chest as we allow all parts of ourselves to be exposed. When we open it up, we discover the gold. So some of us might be holding feelings in our heart space, emotions that we are repressing or we don't want to expose, or we are exposing but don't know or aren't aware of how we're exposing it, little sneaky areas. And I already shared this morning, so I'm not going to repeat it, about little areas where I found myself trying to control or manipulate another based on a fear of my own. And then I realized that through reflection and saying, okay, what do I have to gain from this? Because then that other person was resisting what I was requesting, because what I was requesting was based on my own fear. So, of course, I'm going to create resistance because I was trying to control and at some degree force the other person to do what I wanted. And then I realized, oh, that was just me trying to take control or manipulate a situation based on in my own fear of wanting that person to be there for something, based on my own insecurities. And in that, when we can go within and allow those as mirrors showing us something about ourselves that we need to just acknowledge, we open up the gold, we open up the gifts, we open up the light, we activate the light within us. And to me, this heart, because everything is based in love, there is no situation or experience that is better or worse than another, whether it be a not so good feeling or whether it be a beautiful, expansive, blissful feeling. But those feelings that seem denser and aren't as liberated or free or causing us discomfort, well, those are the things that are actually being activated within us. Those are the gold being revealed to us through our allowance, through our awareness, and through our acknowledgement. So after the fact, I said, oh, thank you for exposing a shadow in me to that person. And then that person says to me, well, I don't want to be responsible for your state of being. And they took it totally the wrong way. And I said, no, I was just thanking them for showing me something about myself. And I said, no one is responsible for anybody's state of being. That is an inside job. And Master Light Blaster does that. They take responsibility of their creation. They realize at some level they're creating everything. And then as we activate light codes within ourselves, we leave this trail, this invisible or visible field around us for others to see as a reflection of their light, for something for them to acknowledge if they so choose. A light within themselves as we blaze our own pathways, as we work through our struggles, our brick walls, our densities, our fears that we're keeping secret or don't want to acknowledge. Oh, I'm not afraid, but yet trying to control a situation because we're denying that feeling within us. And that's okay. The fear isn't bad. It's false evidence appearing real. Everything is, in a sense, a tool or a gift or an opportunity or an opening for us to see ourselves. In the areas that are a little murkier or muddy, well, they're there for us to kind of white, shine, and polish and discover that gold within our heart. And that's experienced through many different, this is almost like little lines going through it, many different pathways and experiences we've come to create. So I was like 3 miles out and I still had to run 3 miles back. Well, I used this in my video. I put it in my pocket and I thought it was heavy enough not to pop out. So on the way home, a good mile back home, I'm like, oh my God, it's gone. I couldn't find it because I want it to be my mascot. I want it to be my symbol for our Master Light Blaster group. And I was so upset and I'm like, oh my God. And then I backtracked in the sand and try to follow my trail back. And I was wearing my trail runner, so it dug deep and had a certain imprint in the sand. But then some areas I couldn't find it. And I'm like, oh my God. And I ran all the way back and I'm like, I'm never going to find it. But then I started to try to imagine myself holding it again. So I went back. I didn't find it anywhere. I came back the other way and I kept going and I was sad. And then I tried to just comfort myself by saying, well, somebody else maybe found it. They needed it. Or it was a lesson in me not being attached to something. And I was just trying to rationalize it. But deep in my heart, I really did want it because it just was so unique and it was so symbolic of the group and a Master Light Blaster's path and what we have come. And Master Light Blasters are masters because they truly do allow their creations and they take responsibility of them. They go deep like a whale, yet they play at the surface like the dolphins. And that is what a Master Light Blaster lives and has their journey and expresses. They're not afraid to go deep. They're not afraid to expose and be vulnerable and allow those parts of themselves. And then when we open up, then we play and we dance and we merged with other dolphins playing in the water. But anyway, so just when I gave up hope and I was running the water line and the tide was coming up like a couple miles back, I'm like, oh my God, there it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I found it and I was so happy. And I thought it was going to be a lesson in detachment, but I sort of detached from it, even though I wanted it, and that was okay. It's okay. And and then I found it, and the water was covering it as the tide came up. So this is the Master Light Blaster. Is going to be the symbol or whatever you want to call it, the mascot. And I did take a picture of it. So on my way back, before I could find it, and there was people and dogs, and I'm like, oh, somebody else is probably going to spot it, or I'm never going to find it because there's areas where the water's coming up, and I lost my trail in a couple spots because there were dogs running around and stuff. And I did take a picture of it. So even if I couldn't find it, I still am going to use the image. So I'm going to work on that this weekend. The Master Light Blaster group. Hey, fellow Jam, how are ya? So yeah, it's funny, the little things. I'm just so thankful for it. I'm just so thankful for it. And then I'm like, ah, oh, thank you, Father. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So I already did like a collective message this morning. I just want to show this little stone too. So it's my spirit name, Aqua. It's actually my son's crystal, wherever he is, Caleb's. But I just love the color of this too. And it really kind of like, you guys probably know what it is. I don't know. Is that, I don't know why aquamarine comes to mind. I don't know if that's a crystal name, but it's just so pretty. And a Master Light Blaster's journey has so much to do with the depths of the ocean or of the water, because water represents emotion, and the depths and the feelings deep within the heart. And we're willing to dive deep. We came as a soul's yearning to experience that journey and to activate light and to be all that we came to be in the physical, so we can live those high frequencies as we create and blaze those trails of light, ultimately shifting us to the new earth, the age of Aquarius. Maybe that's what this is. But that's really pretty. Let's see what Lauren says. Good morning, good afternoon, good moment of you. I bring my knowledge and work ethic to things, but I don't bring myself. Well, all of those aspects are part of yourself. So what I really learned, what Spirit has been really telling me a lot as well, is you know how we always preach and teach and work towards alignment of the heart. Well, alignment of the heart, Spirit says, real alignment, it's not just following a desire, because that's what we think we're doing too. We're aligning, and that is also part of it. But when we're really, really aligned and anchored into the heart, what it is, it's an integration of the polarities of all the contrasts and all the different aspects of ourselves that we feel are separate from us. It's an integration of the polarities working as one, unified as a team. And that's what a Master Light Blaster does. They take those walls, those resistances, those challenges, the fears, the doubts, and they allow it to work as a team member. So this rock is a team in that it helps us to connect to our gold, the gold within us. So all of those parts of you that you're separating, like saying yourself is separate from your knowledge and your work ethic and all of that, well, they are separate fractals or rays of yourself. What is the word? Aspects of yourself, but it's still you. You're still the source, Lauren. Also, what Spirit has been really sharing is how the visual sun is truly, you guys know how I'm all about the sun. The sun is that outer reflection of us. Well, we are the sun, and we are the source of the light, of the rays. So when we see the sun shining on the water, on the ocean, the sun is not getting its light from the ocean. The sun is reflecting on the ocean. Our life, we're not gaining from the outside. We are reflecting our light to the outside as a reflection of us. And every ray is just another pathway and expression still rooted in yourself, Lauren. And as we activate more and more and more light, then we activate and show that reflection in our reality. Like when the sun comes up over the horizon, it's reflecting on the water, and it gets bigger and bigger, and then it's higher up, and then it shines more. And that's kind of like as we shine more and embody more light and allow the opposing forces or the polarities or the contrasts in our life to be our teammate, then we activate more light. We allow it to work for us. We allow it to reflect our light. Hey, Linda, how are you? Master Light Blaster. You're a Master Light Blaster too, Linda. Definitely all of you guys are, or you would not be here. Hey, Pam, Gary. So a lot of times we think we're gaining stuff from the outside, but life is really, it's a dream that we're living and it's illusion, but it's meant to feel real. The experience is real, but what we're reflecting is always based on us. We are the source. All of our experiences and situations are light rays extending from us to be illuminated. And a lot of times it can even be those areas that we don't understand. But all of the experiences that we've gained up to now are making our light brighter. So we're able to shine on those areas we could not shine or recognize or acknowledge before because our light is brighter. So to get back to you, Lauren, nothing is separate from you. You are bringing yourself. You're not separate from your knowledge. You're not separate from your work ethic. You're just working on certain rays of your light, and that's okay. That's okay. And as a Master Light Blaster honors all of those areas that we judge, then we allow the activation of it. Because in truth, we're light and love. That's it. All else is just an experience for self-realization. It's a trigger. It's a catalyst for us to go within and activate our light, activate our codes, activating our remembering, activating and opening up streams of consciousness multidimensionally of other aspects of ourselves existing now. So you guys are awesome. And you guys are the ones always creating this message through your light rays. I am reflecting your own light and vice versa. All right. Thank you for sharing out, guys. If you've shared out, if anybody wants a personal, let me know. I'm just hopping on because I was on this morning and I said I would hop on. So I'm just hopping on and honoring what I said. I am going to work on my gold room, not the gold room, the Master Light Blaster. And you guys are truly Master Light Blasters. Like I said before, a master, you're willing to take responsibility for your creation. You're willing to do what it takes. It's an inside job. You are not projecting and blaming your state of being and what you're doing on other people. A master is a master because they're truly a master. And spirit is just like, they're so acknowledging that. And it's so acknowledging our fortitude, our stamina, our strength, our courage, our vulnerability, our tears, our pain, and all of it. You have allowed every component, aspect, situation, and experience to activate the light that you've held within you the whole time. You allow it to give you the experience of your light. You are a master of your own creation. And in that, you are a master teacher. You guys are master teachers in that you have learned it through your own experience. And now as a Master Light Blaster, just the sun, it's a fun term I like to use. You've blasted through the density with your light, through your allowance, and you leave that trail for others. And you allow that light that you've connected and activated within yourself to be a mirror for someone else to connect to their own light through their own individual experience. So in that, you are also all teachers, whether you formally teach or teach in a formal setting in any way, shape, or form. But I know a lot of you guys already do teach. You do lives, you do channelings, you do readings. You're masters. And so Master Light Blaster is also a teacher. But they're a teacher because they're also the greatest student. That's so beautiful. So you've allowed yourself all your experiences. You've been the master student and a master teacher in one. So anyways, to get back to the Master Light Blaster group, which I'm going to work on this weekend, I'm going to allow it to be a group, and it's a monthly fee, and it's going to be $33 for the month, and you get everyday teachings like I do now, and we'll go into depth, and then I'll do some quick readings as well, most likely on a daily basis. And then it's an experiment, okay? It's an experiment. We'll see how it goes. But those that don't want to commit to a month, then there's going to be just the more simple, like $11 if opportunity to have a reading in, so for that day's message. So it's going to have a special group, but then those who want to pop in and out with the $11 channelings, and which will require a little channeling, a teaching, and a reading. There'll be a StreamYard link, then that's how they can get into the group. But the exclusive group gets all the replays, all the readings, everything that I do now, but it's going to be more personal. You'll get a personal reading as well whenever I go live. And then plus any other stuff that I do. And I'll still do what I'm doing now. But it's special for the Master Light Blasters that do go deep and that are doing the work and that do want to cultivate and what's it called? Mine more of their gold. Spirit showed me like when they went and explored out west and they were mining and sifting for gold. So that was what my gold room group was originally going to be. But then it turned into something else, and that's okay. And now I'm experimenting with something new. And life is about experimenting. Spirit says sometimes we pigeonhole ourselves to an expectation or an idea or a goal that we had in a moment, but we are always exponentially expanding in frequency. So the only constant is change. Don't be hard on yourself or down on yourself. If you did not complete something, you originally started at a certain frequency. It simply means, Spirit saying, is that you gained all that you needed from that frequency, but you also took and learned a certain amount to take you to the next step of your expansion and of your expression. So sometimes I'm like, I try to keep recreating or trying to say, oh, I got to do something with that. Well, the Gold Room group in itself is its entity. This group, obviously, I will let people know in the Gold Room group, and I'll still do stuff in the Gold Room group as well. But anyways, all right. Hey, Gina. Good to see you again, Master Light Blaster. Oops, all my shake is gone. All right, so I'm going to do I'll just do a quick collective regarding this message or an insight. If you guys want a personal quickie, let me know. Who is giving sad and angry faces? Leave it if you do not like the content. Someone's leaving sad and angry faces? I don't see anyone. But anyways, everyone is unless you're just talking, what's the word? What's the word when you not metaphorically, rhetorically? Oh, rhetorically? Someone was? Huh. Oh, was it the person behind me? Was it Caleb? I don't see anything on here. Trailblazers of light to show others the way because the energy is already there. Yeah, it's already there and we already hold all of that within us. We're just activating it through our experiences. So us on the physical as a Master Light Blaster are activating our light through our experiences for, you know how they say we are remembering, but we chose the density in order to have the physical sensory experience of our light, of our God self. And how is that done? Well, we don't know how powerful or how creative or how whatever we are until we actually experience it. And that's what the physical part is. And you're right, Linda, the energy is already there. We're not necessarily even teaching anyone anything. We're just shifting to a reality where that person, who's really just another reflection of us, is ready for that light to be activated, like all of us doing that for each other. We're all actually holding aspects of one another, angles and perceptions of the light for each other to gain in. We're all like you can think of the source as the diamond, and around the diamond there's cut out areas. I don't know what the word is, and they reflect the rays of light. Well, when you look at a diamond, you can't necessarily see all of the little indentions in it. So we're all a part of that, reflecting our diamond, reflecting our light. Yeah, I didn't see those either. I didn't see those, Lauren. But who knows? Whatever. That's okay. We're all free to express ourselves. Whatever. And that's what today's morning message was, is about triggers and catalysts, how they trigger our light, how they're showing us something we're resisting within ourselves. And when somebody else is resisting, that is also showing us an area where we might be operating in control or resistance. And we're just reflecting that. And if we look a little bit deeper, sometimes it's based in a fear or a doubt or an insecurity within ourselves, because that's all control is. If you have total trust and you know everything is as it should be, then there's nothing to fear, there's nothing to control, there's nothing to manipulate. So it's all coming into deeper understandings of self, confidence, trust, self-empowerment. Anything on the outside that makes you feel disempowered, it is a gift for you to connect within where your true power lies. Hey, Robin. Robin, I want to do a live with you some point. Replay? No, it's not a replay. I'm on right now. Or are you watching the replay? Or did you watch the other replay? Facets. Thank you, Linda. I knew somebody would have that word for me. All right. So I'll do just a quickie. Let's see here. I'm going to do the mystical wisdom deck on this, because we are all unlocking and activating mystical wisdom. And to me, the mystical part are just things that have been out of our grasp in understanding or explaining, and things that aren't tangible. And so we are, as a Master Light Blaster, revealing and activating the mystery throughout. We're getting the answer through our life, through our experience, on our journey. I'm at work writing around. All right. So this is what came up. Earth Elemental. Hey, y'all. Careful if you're riding around. Don't be going off the road or something. All right. And cut out facets. That brings another thing. We are all cut out in our own individuality. There is no other us. There is no other piece of us that can possibly express in the fullness that we do our own light. Because even within this moment of now of our light, it is also based on all the other little cutout experiences that are individual to us multidimensionally. So that when they say there is no other you, there really is no other you, because there's also a you, a Robin or a Lauren here, but also unlimited other timelines that you're experiencing. And all of those portals are opened up to other portals and streams of consciousness and information. So in this moment of now, through that God source energy within your heart space, within that sun within, you also have the connections of all the other facets of you multidimensionally that are only cut, like a diamond is cut, but like a snowflake that it couldn't possibly be replicated. Oh, I thought I heard Cam. All right, very cool. All right, so today's Earth Elemental, the collective message. I gratefully accept the abundance the earth bestows on me. It kind of goes along with the heartstone I saw today, because that is of the earth. To me, it was a beautiful blessing, and to me, there is no separation between us and Gaia. Everything is reflecting an aspect and energy in a way that brings us insight and understanding and information if we just open up and allow it. And what this card is saying is, I gratefully accept the abundance the earth bestows on me, meaning everything is a reflection of our body. Everything. It's just up to us to open up and see it. And even right here, she's here showing her arms are wide open to the physical experience, not just the earth as in Mother Earth, but also earth as in the physical existence and our body. And it's about us opening up to every moment of now, like Spirit has been saying at the beginning of all my lives. Every moment is a moment of you, a moment to embody, to allow, to align all parts of you. Nothing is separate, to integrate and allow the opposing forces or the polarities to be a team. Even this opening looks like kind of like a heart here, and it's all light, and she's open, and she's green, and she's in the green, representing that heart chakra, opening up the heart, opening up to areas that we could not open before because we were not at the frequency to see, to transmute, to allow, to understand. We are opening up to such deep mysteries of wisdom and knowledge in our frequencies of now. All is available in the now. As we allow, we open up portals, we open up streams of consciousness connecting us to other timelines. We open up to timelines where you were a elemental, where you were a fairy, where you're a dragon, where you're a sage, where you are leaders, teachers, even where you are the persecutors. All parts have given us a full experience of our God self. Caleb, we're going to go to Sam's in a little bit, okay? Everything is an extension. Everything is an extension of us. It is not separate of us, including Mother Earth. She portrays the healing, the balance, the rejuvenation, the cycles, the birth, death, the cycles, as our physical body also goes through all of what Mother Earth goes through. They are not separate. They work in symbiosis. There is nothing outside of us. Remember that you are the source. You are the sun. Everything outside of you is a reflection of that energy, of that allowance, of that expansion, of that activation, bringing aspects and energies into your awareness for you to process, for you to integrate, for you to balance. And through that, you heal. You heal all timelines as you heal the now. There truly is only the now. And every now moment is an opportunity to embody and to allow more of you in perfect balance. All right. I guess that is it, guys. All right, guys. That's all right. So, I was just looking at Lauren's comment again about someone sending angry faces and stuff like that. And I'm like, Spirit's been bringing up a lot about not taking things personally because you're the one creating it anyways. And it's still an energy, almost like we will test ourselves or we'll go through experiences to see our growth. So even like, I know it's hard to believe, but even things like that aren't outside of us. It's an opportunity for us to choose the path of love. What are we going to embody? Are we going to react from old frequencies, or are we just going to embody and be and observe and awareness? Thank you for sharing out, Lauren. I appreciate it. All right, so Master Light Blasters. Thank you so much, Linda. Beautiful light energy to all this group. Thank you, Linda, and thank you for all your beautiful messages and sharing your light and your insight and your gifts and your abilities. You are a Master Light Blaster and you are a Master Teacher, Linda. Carissa, you are a Master Light Blaster. Robin, you are a Master Light Blaster. We got to get together sometime, Robin, and do a live. Pam, Gary, Refractions. Yes, thank you. Master Light Blaster, Lauren. Carissa, Gina Palazzo. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, almost forgot the gem. Oh, and Allison. I don't know if Ali's still there. All right, guys. Thank you so much. May you all shine with the entirety, not with just a tiny little ray, but the entirety of all the love and light that you are.